Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare. So at E3 this year, we was all hoping and expecting to hear an announcement for Garden Warfare 3. That's what we're going to call it because it's just so much easier to call it that. And nothing transpired. Something that did transpire, I spoke about it in my last video, is that new content, free new content is coming to Garden Warfare 2. That's all fine and well, and I'm all happy about that. It shows that they still care about the community. They still want to bring more to the table, and it kind of also shows that Garden Warfare 2 can be a little bit more than it should be. So that aside, I just want to briefly talk about the future of PopCap and Garden Warfare. So what I was thinking is, when exactly is Garden Warfare 3 going to be announced / released then? Just wanted to get a little discussion going. Because you seem to enjoy the last video. So what I think is going to happen, seeing as it's not been announced in 2018, and don't get me wrong, there are still major events like Gamescom in Germany, I think that is. EGX, I don't know if that's counted as a big games thing. It's more where you go and play the games and announcements are made. That's in Birmingham in the UK. So there's two opportunities there to announce some things, and I suppose EA has a presence at Gamescom in Germany. So there could be an announcement still. Looking at the market at the moment, you've got a lot of games coming out in the period, a lot of big games coming out in the period where Plants vs Zombies would normally release, which is February. They have a habit, both games previously being in February, of releasing in that time period. It's kind of a little bit away from the major releases towards fall. Your Black Ops, your Call of Duty sort of thing, your Battlefields, even Red Dead Redemption 2 this year is going to be out in October. So there's a lot of big games that are going to take a lot of people's time away from the game, other games that could come out. So there's no space for Plants vs Zombies to be releasing that time. And then you've got the games like Anthem and The Division 2 and a few others as well that are all going to be releasing in February as well. They're going big on that first quarter of the year this year, all the game studios. So again, the market there would not be sensible to release in that time frame. With that said, PopCap are obviously a gaming studio. They still have employees, they're still getting paid, and they're owned by EA. Now, EA wouldn't have bought the company if they didn't want them to make games. It's just the studio has no point if it wasn't developing something. So we can be sure to say that they are making a game of some description, because they just wouldn't have a job. The studio would have been closed, and that is it. There would be no more. On saying that, you can see my point here, that without the backing of EA, PopCap being a studio that's still active, we can pretty much say that Garden Warfare 3 is going to come at some point in time. So here is my prediction for when it is. We don't know what the future is going to hold for games in the future, like within 2019, 2020. Obviously, it's far too soon to speculate. But on saying that, if you look at the history of one, rotation works. So like Forza Horizon 4's now got another version that's 2 years cycled, and so on and so on. So there could be a point where at E3 2019 that EA get on that stage at EA Play in Hollywood and they announce the new PopCap game. And again, I would actually speculate it for being, which sounds crazy, February 2020 for a release date. With them working on new stuff, that gives them a year and a half to bring new content. Now, that's normally the same cycle as if the game was brand new. There's nothing to say that they can't actually expand the game double. So they're going to bring a whole lot of content, double the amount, and then they're going to be obviously working on this new game, which we pretty much know that they are working on some sort of game. Hopefully it is Garden Warfare 3. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to put down for as the release date. I think they're going to announce it next year at E3 on the EA Play stage. Much to do with like the, you know, when they come out with the originals sort of thing. I don't think the PopCap will be classed as the originals, but it will fit nicely into that thing, like what they did with Unravel 2. So they'll come out and they'll say, look, Unravel 2's got a new sequel, here's our PopCap entry, which is going to be something hopefully to do with Plants vs Zombies. So there you go, my prediction for Garden Warfare 3 is going to be announced at E3 2019 and hopefully a release date of February in 2020. I know it's some some time away and you're all gonna go, we want it now. Yeah, I would like it now. I'd love to get back into the game. I'm going to start. I have started to play it again, and I'm going to get back into the game. But I'd love to get into the new game, is what I'm saying. So there you go. Let me know what you think about that in the comments section. It'd be interesting to see your views. I know you were going to say that's a long time to wait, and it kind of is, but there's not a lot we can do about it. I'd rather them take their time and develop a really good sequel than it get rushed out and it being not the game that we expected. So there we go, that's today's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share and all that good jazz. And that is it. So have a great rest of the day and take care.